Hello everyone, and welcome to another video I'm doing. This one, a customer requested me do a walk around and drive on this 1965 Corvair Monza that's been slightly customized to look a little more racy. This car was, I don't know a lot of history. The owner I'm selling this for bought the car this way. I did some research. This car was sold at Barrett-Jackson in Las Vegas in 2017. You can look it up on Barrett-Jackson's website. I think some of the information that it said, it was a low mile car, something around 54,000 miles on it back then. When it sold, people found it, did a restoration on it, and then sold it at Barrett-Jackson. The paint is pretty nice on it all the way around. Could use a light buff, get some of the light scratches and stuff out. I don't see too many imperfections. I'll point out the one in a little bit that I do see. I do like how they blacked out the front and the back taillight and like front area where there's no grill, but it gives it a look. It says in the Barrett-Jackson, I think, ad that they were going for a Camaro SS look. Stock engine and running gear, to the best of my knowledge, on the car. It's got the flat 6 in the back with a 2-speed power glide-ish automatic transmission. It's got a Le Mans style race fuel cap. I believe the front end's been lowered. In the pictures of Barrett-Jackson, it had like spider caps on the wheels. You can still see a little evidence of that they were there at one point. Somebody's taken them off. The white letters are just stickers. They're not real Goodyear Eagle F1 tires, but it is very clean all the way around. Oh, since we're on the outside, I'll show you the roof. The roof's nice. The stainless is nice. Around the car, it has some aftermarket speakers there up in the back window. It also has an amp in the front trunk area that I'll show you in a little bit. This is an aftermarket antenna that they have stuck in there behind the windshield. Oh, down here is the only flaw that I've known in the body and paint that I have seen. On my website there's pictures, but there's something like old rust repair or something right here. It's pretty subtle. It's below the body line. These couple little bumps right there. That's all I've seen when I've gone over and looking at the car. There's a couple things like little chips there. There's a couple more on the driver's side door edge area too. Where they've bonked it a couple bit, whoever owned it, and hit the edge of the door, and a couple little down here, probably from their foot kicking it, getting into the car. We'll go to the interior. I think the Barrett-Jackson ad said something like those are the original door panels and the original front seats. There is a little wear. These do look older. The front seats, there's a little edge on this piping that's kind of worn through. I think the Barrett-Jackson ad said the rear seat was reupholstered and the front seats were refoamed. It does have a nice headliner in it. The dash is really nice. I'll get to there in a minute. The steering wheel is nice. I guess I say that nice word a lot, but I don't think anything is overly exceptional, but it is all in really good shape. Car currently has 57,000 miles on it. 57,425. Simple, nice, clean dash with white paint. Aftermarket radio. Glove box. The dash up here is painted black. I think that was resprayed. I don't know. It just looks like they resprayed probably the black in the car, but I'm not an expert to tell that or not. Windows all roll up and down. Horn works, I think. Oh, it's an aftermarket horn. I think I gotta have the key on. I'll show you that under the hood. We'll go back here to the boot. I don't know what they call it. A rear engine. It is very clean back here. The original engine. That's what I'm told. The VIN number. They put sound deadening throughout the car. I think that was on the description. This is the extra wire for the amplifier up under the front. Otherwise, it almost looks like their original battery style, or it could be the original battery cables. The engine bay is all nice and cleaned up. Spare tire area. I will start it up and pull it out front in a little bit. They put sound deadening and stuff under the trunk lid too. Has the latch. If I do it right, there we go. So I can lower the back down. Looks like they did new rubbers throughout the car. I did grab the key. It's got this cool little Chevrolet symbol. Flips open to reveal the key, which you stick in and turn. The hood pops. Car comes with a car cover. And I can move out of the way. Show you. So they resprayed and texture painted the area. It looks like they cleaned up where the nice wires are. Up there, it does not have windshield washer squirters. It's all pretty nice in here. This was, I think, the old horn relay wire, best of my knowledge, that they removed when they put those horns in. There's the aftermarket amp on this wood panel. Looks like a pretty clean install. A couple rags up there. Make sure I got the key before I close the hood. And I will walk back around. I'll mount the camera. I'll start it up and pull it outside and we'll go for a drive. Kind of what it sounds like. It does have, I'm told, aftermarket exhaust on it. Give it a little racy sound. I'll do a little walk around outside in the sun. Well, I got my shadow in it, but one thing I will say about the car, the heater does not work, and I tried looking into it. I do not own it. It's on consignment. And there is no heater blower motor in the car. So hopefully it should be an easy fix. But it is not in the car. I do not know if it was in the car when it sold at Barrett-Jackson or not. So I will go get the camera mount, put it on the window, and we'll go for a ride. Okay, so here we are. Gonna go for a cruise. When I tried to start it to pull out, I didn't have it in neutral, so I was turning the key and nothing was happening because I had it actually in reverse because this car doesn't have a park. You have a emergency brake, but you need to put it in neutral. So when I was like turning the key, nothing was happening. So it starts right up if you have it in neutral, which would make sense. Simple gauge is just a speedo, fuel gauge, generator fan light is working. I've never seen the temp light come on, which if it's not getting hot, it shouldn't. It does have aftermarket radio that works. And yeah, we'll go for a drive. Take off the parking brake. It's kind of a fun little car to drive. It's sporty enough. Sounds good, just shifts once, that's all it is. 2-speed. Like I say, these roads suck in every video, but you'll notice, look, there is a little bit of play in that steering wheel. I will say that. I don't know what the cause of it is. It isn't terrible. The car tracks straight, brakes good. It's actually enjoyable to drive, but there's some play in there, which it's not just a little bit. That's like, what was that, 10 degrees or something? You're like, maybe like from, so 12 to 1. Like there's 1 on a clock, 12 to 1 probably to play. There. 1.5. Exhaust noise a little bit in the car. I think it does have a cool stance though, even like I just looked in the window reflection as I drove past that building and you can see it. Blinkers do work, headlights work. Brake lights work. You know, I do not know. I'll have to check when I get back to the shop if the backup lights work. I'll have to look in the mirror when I back it in the building. It doesn't cancel though. In the Vera Jackson, if you do look that up in the old photos, it had a 67 chin spoiler, 67 Camaro chin spoiler under the front. Gave it a little more racy look, and I do not know what happened to that chin spoiler. Granted, it was just plastic, but it's not there anymore. I don't know if somebody took it off or it got broke, I don't know. I think it would also look kind of cool and racy if somebody could make a little gurney flap that comes off the rear engine compartment area, but just for the look of a little racy down, you know, rear spoiler thing, I think it'd give it a cool look to it. But I'd also want to do it without drilling holes or nothing, so you'd almost want to like see if you could make it with some magnets or something. Make it bend right and then have it magnetized to some strong little tiny magnets maybe to hold it in place. Manual brakes, manual steering, light car up front, so you don't really need power steering because there's no weight up front. Brakes feel good. Guys looking at me saying, that's nice. Got a wave, give them a wave. People like old cars. Nobody drives them. When they see them, they like them. I don't really have a lot to say about this car because it's such a simple car. It just shifts once. It shifts pretty quick out of first. It'll shift into second. I don't know if that's adjustable or if that's the way they were. I can't say. In the last 10 years, we haven't had a 65 Corvair in our shop. We had a 63 4-speed car, and that was it. You don't get Corvairs that often. Shifted from first to second in the middle of that corner. Maybe it's because I wasn't getting on the gas. As I was just kind of rolling through that corner, I felt it shift into second. So, not tremendous power in these little Corvair motors. This is non-turbo. I think they did make some turbos. I don't even know what the horsepower on those were. A little bit more though. I think if this was a 4-speed car, I think it would be really fun. The power glide makes it a little easy to do. Like it's easy to drive, I'll tell you that much, but it'd be more fun to drive if it had a 4-speed in it. So now that I'm back to the shop, I will put it into reverse and we'll back into the building and we'll see if my backup lights work in the rear view mirror. Or the mirror on the wall, I should say, not the rear view mirror. See if I can see the angle. Yes, they are working. So we got backup lights as well, which is nice. You know what they say? A car's good if its backup light work. So we'll just back out, pull in back here, stop before I hit that car, and there's the video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope the customer that wanted it got enough information out of this to understand about the car. Have a good rest of your day.